The Galactic Council's investigation team stood at the entrance of the abandoned den, their bioscanners detecting something impossible. Human energy signatures. Here, in the Kravik hunting grounds, 3 parsecs beyond any charted human colony, Commander Zethik's scales rippled with unease as he gestured toward the cave mouth. The distress beacon originated from within, but that was 4 cycles ago. Online, creepline. Kravik don't leave survivors, his tactical officer muttered, mandibles clicking nervously. The Kravik were apex predators, 3 meters of armored fury with claws that could shred starship hull plating. Their young were born hungry and hostile. No species had ever successfully approached a Kravik den and lived. Yet the beacon continued its haunting pulse. Zethik entered first, weapon raised, his team fanning out behind him. The den opened into a massive cavern, and what they found made him freeze. 6 Kravik cubs, each already the size of a full-grown human, formed a protective circle around something small and glowing in the center. Their crystalline eyes tracked every movement of the intruders, and low, rumbling growls vibrated through the stone. "Hold position," Zethik commanded, his scanner focused on the glowing object. "It's a locket. Human design. Still powered. Where's the human?" someone whispered. The answer came in the form of claw marks on the walls, deep, frenzied gouges that told a story of desperate combat. Blast scoring from a human plasma pistol. Dark stains that bioanalysis confirmed as both Kravik and human blood. And in the corner, barely visible in the shadows, a flight suit torn to ribbons. But the locket remained pristine, lying on a carefully arranged bed of soft moss. "Sir, the cubs. They're protecting it," the tactical officer observed. "They won't let us approach." Zethik studied the young Kravik. Their behavior was wrong. Cubs should be with their mother, or dead from starvation if she'd fallen. Yet these 6 looked well-fed, healthy, and they guarded that locket like it was their own mother's egg. He accessed the beacon's data logs. A woman's voice crackled through. Timestamp dated 4 cycles prior. "This is Dr. Ilara Chen, xenobiologist, research vessel Persistence. I've crash-landed in Kravik territory. I know what you're thinking. I'm already dead. But listen, I found something incredible." Static, then her voice continued, breathless with pain and wonder. "The mother, Kravik, was dying when I arrived. Poisoned, I think. Her cubs were newborn. Helpless. In any other species, I'd call what she did next grief. She was looking at her babies, knowing they wouldn't survive without her." More static. Weapons fire in the background. "I should have run. Standard protocol. Never interfere with indigenous species. But they were babies. And she was asking. I swear, Commander?" She was asking me for help. Zethik's grip tightened on his weapon. Humans. Always too emotional. Too irrational. Ilara's log continued. "I have 3 days of emergency rations. Protein paste, mostly. Disgusting. But it might work. I'm going to try feeding them. If you're hearing this, it means... well, it means I figured something out. Or I didn't. Either way, the science is worth recording." The next log entry was 12 hours later. "They're eating. All 6 of them. They were suspicious at first, but hunger won out. I've named the bravest one. Droven, he ate from my hand first. The others followed his lead. Day 2. Rations are gone. I found some local fungi the scanner says won't kill me. Droven brought me something today. A dead rock hopper. He hunted for me. Rock. Commander, I think. I think they've imprinted. They think I'm their mother. Day 3. The mother's body is attracting scavengers. Adult Kravik. I can hear them outside. My pistol has maybe 10 shots left. The cubs are scared. They keep pressing against me. Droven won't leave my side. I've given them everything I have. They're strong enough to survive now. Smart enough. If the adults get in, I've set my locket to beacon mode. It's solar-powered. It'll glow for years. Tell my sister, I'm sorry I missed her wedding. The final log was chaos. Weapons fire. Kravik roars. Ilara screaming commands. Back. Droven. Protect your siblings. Go! Then silence. Then, softly, they're fighting for me. 6 cubs against 3 adults. They're going to die protecting me. Unless, a wet, tearing sound. A human gasp of pain. I've led the adults away. Cubs are safe in the deep chamber. Droven tried to follow, but I sealed it. Smart boy. I've left everything I have in the center of the den. My locket. It has pictures, my family, my sister, places I've been. It'll give them light. Something to remember. That someone cared. Her voice was fading. Tell the council. We underestimate them. All of them. Every species. They're not just survival machines. They're capable of gratitude. Of love. These cubs. They chose to fight for me. That's not instinct. The log ended. Zethik stood in silence, staring at the glowing locket surrounded by 6 fierce guardians. His scanner indicated the cubs were now 3 cycles old past the dependent phase. They could leave, hunt on their own, survive without protection, but they stayed, guarding the last piece of the human who'd given everything for them. Commander, his tactical officer asked. Orders? Zethik lowered his weapon. The cub's growls intensified as he slowly approached. But he raised his empty hands. Dr. Chen, he said quietly to the locket, your sacrifice has been recorded. Your sister will know. He turned to his team. Mark these coordinates as protected territory. Anyone who approaches this den without authorization answers to the full council. These cubs. He paused, watching Droven's crystalline eyes track his every movement. They're honoring her memory. Who are we to interfere? As they withdrew, Zethik took one last look back. The locket's soft blue glow illuminated 6 sets of eyes, fierce, loyal, and protective. In the darkness of space, humans had a reputation. Too soft, too emotional, too willing to break protocol for irrational reasons. But standing in that den, Zethik understood something the Council had missed. Humanity's greatest strength wasn't their technology or their tactical minds. It was their irrational, boundless capacity to care for those who couldn't care for themselves. And somehow, impossibly, that care echoed across species barriers. The human's locket still glows in the den, and the cub's now nearly grown snarl at anyone who attempts to reach for it. Some treasures are worth guarding forever.